This is question number 1 of quiz 10 for chapter 9. So this question has multiple parts. Part A $1,000 par value bond with a market price of $940 and a coupon interest rate of 6%. Floatation cost for a new issue would be approximately 9%. The bonds mature in 15 years and the corporate tax rate is 23%. So this is a bond cost of capital calculation with the floatation costs. I would always start by putting the information as provided by the setup into the worksheet. So the first information is the par value. Okay, the par value is this is like the future value, right? Because the par value will be paid when the bond matures. So that is $1,000. And the price, right? The price is 940. It's 940, and the coupon rate, right? Coupon rate is 6%. So here it doesn't mention whether the coupon is paid annually or semi-annually, so we can just assume this is an annual coupon payment. So coupon rate is 6%, and the floatation, right? Floatation costs. Floatation cost is 9%, right? 9%. So this is 9% with respect to the price, right? Because that's the firm can sell the bond on the market for this much of the price, but then it has to incur this floatation cost. So the net price should be the price traded on the market multiplied by 1 minus this floatation cost. And that's what matters in terms of the cost of debt for this calculation. So that's basically the information so far. And the bond matures. So the maturity date, that's the maturity is 15 years. So that means, because we assume this is annual coupon bond, so we have 15 coupon payments. And the tax rate, right? Tax rate is 23%. So as we said, first step is to get net price. Net price basically is the price and then times 1 minus this floatation costs. So with the net price, now we can calculate the yield to maturity, right? YTM. So this will be equals rate. We use the rate function. And the MPER, this is the number of coupon payments. So that's the maturity here. And the second argument here is the PMT, that's the payment. So this is the coupon payment. And the rule for Excel, for this function in Excel, is that we have to keep the payment and the future value to be of opposite signs from the present value. Present value here is the price. So the payment, I choose to put this as a negative number. So that's going to be the par value times the coupon rate. That's the coupon payment. And PV, as we said, this is the net price, right? This is how much the firm gets by selling the bond on the market after paying the floatation costs. And since I choose to make the payment to be negative, the future value also needs to be negative. The future value is the par value. So I can close this because the other input, like the type, this refers to the beginning of the year or end of the year convention. By default, it's the end of the year convention. And guess means the starting value for Excel to try for the discount rate, which balance the equation, and until the and then Excel will keep trying until the it reaches convergence, right? So here, if we don't set it up, the default, I guess, is 10%. So I just choose that. So YTM, the reason why I have exactly 8%, perhaps, yeah, this is due to the reason I rounded to 0 decimal place. So I have to go back and check the rounding requirement, round to two decimal places. So right click on the cell and format cells, and then percentage, and now keep 2 decimal places. And that's, now you can see the reason I got exactly 8%, but exactly because I kept 0 decimal place. Now if I choose to keep 2 decimal places, this became 7.65%. So I just put this back, 7.65%. And part B, preferred stock selling for $106 with an annual dividend payment of $8. The flotation cost will be $9 per share. And the company's marginal tax rate is, actually, I think this is the before tax cost of that. So I still need to put the tax rate in, and then to calculate after tax cost of that. So this is going to be 1 minus the tax rate, and then times this before tax cost of that. So now you see this where I will have to change the format again by keeping 2 decimal places. So this will become 5.89% instead of 7.65%, 5.89%. Okay, so this is the debt, the new debt. This is the bond, right? Bond. And preferred stock. Similarly, I just put the information down first. So the first information is the price, right? The price is 106. And the dividend, right? Dividend. And preferred stock dividend doesn't change. So it's going to be $8 per share. And floatation cost, right? Floatation is $9 per share. So, and the tax rate is again 23%. So again, the first number I need to calculate is net price. Right, that's going to be simply the price and minus the floatation cost. Because now the floatation cost, unlike in the debt case, floatation cost was in the percentage, was in percentage format, but now it's in dollar format. So I can just directly subtract the floatation cost from the price, and this will give me the net price. And then the final step to get the cost of preferred stock will simply be this annual dividend divided by the net price. Right? In this case, actually, for the after-tax cost of capital is only applicable to cost of debt, right? Because it doesn't apply to stock, including the preferred stock and including the common stock. So after we got it, we get this number, we can just format this to be consistent with the rounding requirement. I assume this is also to round to two decimal places, and that is the case. So it's 8.25%. And what is the cost of internal common equity? So part C, retained earnings totaling $4.8 million. The price of the common stock is $82 per share, and dividend per share was $9.03 last year. The dividend is not expected to change in the future. So again, let me put this information to my spreadsheet. First information is the earnings. Actually, the earnings, the information is not useful. calculate the cost of common equity. So the first information I want to put down is this price. Price is $82. And the second information is dividend, right? Dividend is $9.03 last year. And in this case, it's actually very special because normally we assume the dividend of common stock will grow, but in this case, it's assumed to be constant. So we don't have to worry about that small g, the growth rate of dividend. And the retained earnings, obviously there's no floatation cost applicable. So we can just calculate this cost of common stock to be dividend divided by the price. And that's very easy to do. So again, just format the cell to conform with the rounding requirement in percentage format and round to 2 decimal places. So 11.01%. And the last part of this question, new common stock, for which the most recent dividend was $2.81. The company's dividends per share should continue to increase at a growth rate of 9% into the indefinite future. The market price of the stock is currently $64. However, floatation cost of $7 per share are expected if the new stock is issued. So just continue this. This is existing, right? This so far with the common stock we have done for the calculation of the cost of capital is the existing common stock. And now this is new. Now the new information is that the dividend. So notice here it says the most recent dividend was $2.81. So this should be understood as D0. Right? Why this matters? Because in the formula for the cost of equity, what we need is the expected dividend next year or next period. Right? So that's why this information is very, very, and the distinction between whether it's D0 or D1 is very, very, very important. And the company's dividends per share should continue to increase at a growth rate of 9% into the indefinite future. So that should be telling us the G, right? This growth rate of dividend G. So based on this D0 and G, we can actually calculate D1, right? D1 should be D0 times 1 plus G, right? Because the dividend will grow at this 9%. So this will give us the dividend for the next period. And we will use that in the calculation of the cost of equity. And the market price of the stock is currently $64. So price is $64 and floatation cost is the $7 per share. And from that, we can calculate net price or net proceeds, right? I think it's price minus floatation cost. So now we can calculate cost of common, let me write this as new common stock, right? Cost of new common stock. And this should be D1 divided by the price. Here is net price, and then plus the G, the growth rate of dividend. So this gives me the cost of new common stock. And again, the final step is to format the cell to keep 2 decimal places. And this will finish this problem. So check my answer. The input is correct.